Hello? We have any party people here? Doesn't look like it. And again, I haven't posted Discord yet. As you can see, my lighting setup, I think, is a little bit better. Only slightly, though. I changed the angle of my desk lamp a little bit in position, and I plugged in the lamp over here to fill. The only problem is that this casts off orange light, and that one casts off white light. So now my face is two different colors. It looks weird. I need to, let's see, I need to post a Discord. I haven't done that yet. I ran upstairs to get water because I'm running low on water. I need to refill my thing. So let me just post on Discord everywhere real fast. Yeah. And here, there we go. Okay. Just close out of that. And fill my thing. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second. Hey, Ray! Hello, Ray. Hello, Fizzy Tango. You know what? I don't care if I'm not caught up. Hello. Hello! It's fine. It was gonna take you a while to catch up anyway. I'll give as much of a full overview of the story as I can so far. Just for you, Ray. Just for you. Always good to see Ray. Also, Fizzy Tango, love the emote. That is dope. Oh, that's depressing music. Alright. Okay. I have water. I have viewers. I have more light than I normally do. This is good. This is good. This shipping be good so far. Now I just have to open Stream Manager. Whoops, not that. Shit, good to see you too! Yay! Alright. Okay, I think we're ready to go now. Sorry about that, everybody. I needed to fill my thing with water because, you know, these streams have a lot of talking in them. I'll move this over here, back this way for now. Alright, so I like DDLC, it's creepy. Well, here's the thing, though, sir. This is not Doki Doki Literature Club. This is Doki Doki Blue Skies. It is a mod of Doki Doki Literature Club that fleshes out the story, adds more to the characters, adds more to the world, actually introduces new characters as well. And honestly, I like it way more than the original game. I literally think of this mod as its own game. It's just completely separate from Doki Doki Literature Club. It's like, they're like cousins. You know, related, but not the same. So if you want to try this mod for yourself, go ahead and go to blueskiesmod.com to check it out. You'll need the original game in order to play it, but it's very easy to install the mod. It's literally just like plug and play. But yeah, if you've never played the original game before, go do that. If you want to check this out, if you want to see this mod for yourself, just pop out of the stream, go do that. I get it. I don't care. Oh, because this game is good and I want everyone to experience it for themselves. But yeah. Anyway, we are like at least halfway, maybe almost like even 3/4 of the way through the second act of Yuri's route. I won't be spoiling anything from the Sayori or Natsuki routes during this playthrough. If you want to see those, they're on my YouTube channel, SefG101. My brain just died. God. I hate when my brain flatlines. I hate that my brain does this to me. It's so hard to like I can't think and talk at the same time, and so every now and then it's just like it's the worst. Okay, but yeah, if you don't care about spoilers from like halfway through the story, then you're good. But all of the Yuri VODs are up on YouTube right now. So you can check those out there if you need to catch up. Dude, my brain does the same. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. But just it happens to me like all the damn time though, and it ticks me off. Anyway though, just to quickly recap, I'm just gonna focus on like the Yuri parts of the story because there's a lot of world building, which is a nicer way of saying filler, in this mod. So just to keep this brief while I load up the game here, so far with Yuri, we're at that point where we like each other, but we're not going out yet. I would say we're getting close to it. It's gonna be like end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3 that we're gonna ask her out probably. But yeah, Act 1, I don't really need to go over. It's pretty much the same exact story as in the first game with slight differences. The big difference though from Act 1 is that the festival actually happens, and it goes horribly wrong. Because everyone who comes to the festival ends up being a huge dick. They trash the room, they talk and are very rude during the performances, and it leads to an argument between Natsuki and Monica, which is not related to our story with Yuri. But just, set up. We spend a lot of time talking to Yuri. We get closer to her. She's like warming up to us. And she's at the point now where she's actually very comfortable with us. We had a few cute moments that I won't get into. You can go watch the streams on YouTube if you want to know about those. But what you really need to know is that last time we streamed, we spent the day together. We went to a bookstore. We went to a bakery. We were very indecisive on whether to help her talk to a cashier or not. But I went ahead and peered into the future to see the results and decided it would be better to talk to the cashier for her and just help her out. And then later, we got to see a little bit of Yuri's insecurity, where she does not want to be left alone now that she has us. We said that we were going to be spending more time studying next few days for the exams and not as much time hanging out with her. And she freaked out just a little bit. She was like, "You don't want to hang out with me anymore? Why?" And we got to see some of the gray skies that are coming up ahead for this route. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up for the explanation of what's been happening so far. We have a shy girl who is warming up to us, and now she likes us and she's scared of losing us. Which is kind of where you can see her obsessive personality coming from in the vanilla game. But yeah, that's that. To the best of my ability. Now, present day, and I have no clue what happens next. All right. Yep. Oh, gray sky is always a good sign in this game. All right. I'm really starting to feel the chill of the nippy November air. If this is any indication, it looks like winter is going to be pretty bad this year. Blowing on my hands, I start the journey to school, although I stop once I see a familiar red bow on the sidewalk. Hey, SFG! Morning, Sayori. Man, it's cold, isn't it? She shivers slightly, no surprise given her uniform, much like mine, isn't really built for warmth. Ah, it really is! My hands are the worst. I'm always forgetting my gloves. I feel like we've been here before. Forgetting, or have you just lost them again? Same thing, really. Anyway, how have you been recently? Yeah, pretty good, thanks. How about you? Yeah, I've been okay. We have not been spending a lot of time with Sayori as much as we should be, and I think this is showing us that we are starting to drift apart, and that makes me sad because I like Sayori. Sayori easily has the best route in this game, hands down. This year feels like it's going by so quickly, doesn't it? Tell me about it. Since joining the Literature Club, it all feels like a blur. Yeah, you've really settled in well, haven't you? I'm so glad that you managed to make friends with everyone so soon. But yeah, it really does all feel like a blur. It's almost like there's like cuts in between everything. It's almost like some of the days don't even happen. It just like skips ahead to where it matters. Sayori, best girl. Agreed. Natsuki's best girl in my heart, but Sayori is best girl for protagonist. For sure. They belong together. I've said it 100 times before, and I'll say it 100 more.
so glad you managed to make friends with everyone, especially Yuri.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, just teasing. It really looks like you two are getting along, huh?
Yeah, we are. She's just really fun to talk to. Always shrouded in mystery, so I never really know what to expect. But it's not a bad thing, you know?
I was kind of surprised to see her open up to you so much. I always thought she would just keep to herself.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not complaining, though. I'm just glad that I've managed to get her out of her shell, you know? I didn't think I'd have anything to talk to her about when we first met, but I'm glad to have been proven wrong.
She's really smart and elegant, isn't she?
Yeah, for sure. I've never met anyone like her before. I was kind of scared she'd be really judgmental, because, well, we both know I'm no poet, nor do I have an extensive taste in reading. But as I got to know her more and more, I felt like we actually have a lot more in common than I realized. As we've gotten further and further into this route, I've realized that Yuri is actually just my spirit animal. She's just constantly afraid of fucking everything up, and I am the same exact way. Alright, I'm gonna stop playing with audio now. I keep doing this thing where I screw with the audio, and it sounds weird later, even though it's, like, usually fine. Although I could probably turn the music down a little bit. Okay, now I'm done touching the audio. But I already read that. She's really opened my eyes to a whole new world of literature, and I'm really grateful for that. Sayori is quiet for moments, although truthfully, I don't really notice. My brain is still preoccupied thinking about all the time I've spent with Yuri.
Sefchi?
Huh?
You were staring off into space.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about some stuff. She looks down for a moment.
What kind of stuff do you guys talk about? I've never seen you lost in thought, so I'm guessing it was pretty deep.
Would you believe me if I said books? The Awakening, to give an example.
I don't think I've heard of it. What's it about?
Oh god, that's a question. Well, the main themes are about society? Constraints, loneliness, expectations, that kind of thing. I didn't really realize how lonely Yuri was. Discussing the book with it... Sayori, Yuri is an it. Discussing the book with it, and drawing upon the parallels between its themes and her life really made me notice. Although, in a strange way, it made me enjoy our time together. I felt like she finally had a proper friend she could talk to about her hobbies and walk with around town. No, Monica, best girl. Monica's good too. I love them all. Sayori says special needs. Truthfully, I love all of them, but I do have my favorites. We're doing Yuri last because Yuri's the least favorite, obviously. Because Yuri's just, like, not as interesting as the other characters. Anyway, I feel like she finally had a proper friend she could talk to about her hobbies and walk with around town. I get the feeling she doesn't really get to discuss her literary interests in much detail, which is really sad. But seeing how happy and excited she was, it really put a smile on my own face.
That's just like you, Sefchi. Always looking out for others. I remember you were like that with me when we were kids.
Yeah, I remember those days as well. They feel like such a long time ago, don't they?
They really do.
Our conversation is cut short by school looming in sight. After bidding each other goodbye, we both make our ways to our respective classes. About half an hour has passed since the start of the lesson. After explaining the task, Sakurai left us to our own devices while he sits at the front marking some papers. It's amazing how much more engaging the material is when you actually have an interest in it. I can't exactly say I'm a history buff, but spending time with Yuri, especially when we talk about themes, has made me appreciate what the world was like during the previous century. It's easy for us to see now, but back then, no one realized Germany was a breeding ground for hatred. Everything going all right, Sefchi? All good on my end, sir. You were right, this century really is interesting. Of course. Although it's rather unfortunate how I'm limited with how much depth I can go into, given that this is just high school history. Anyway, I wanted to ask you how you're feeling for your upcoming exams. I'm pretty confident, actually. I've been doing a lot of reading, so I reckon I'll do pretty well with the essay subjects. I can speak. Well, in that case, I expect your history marks to be a true reflection of how amazing your teacher is. Sorry, teacher humor. Anyway, that's encouraging to hear. How about the sciences? Mathematics? Well, not my strong suit, but I've had a few study sessions with Yuri, and I'm hoping she consolidates my knowledge. Ah, study sessions? You're adopting a very commendable approach to ensure you're a well-rounded student. It has nothing to do with you wanting to spend more time with Yuri, I assume. Just teasing. But for what it's worth, take it from me, you've definitely killed two birds with one stone. Wink. He winks and chuckles to himself. A warm flush courses through my cheek as I watch him as he approaches the next student. Well, he strikes me as the kind of guy who's been in my situation before. With the sound of Bell, Bell-kun from that one anime, I forget what it's called. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Something like that. I've never watched the anime, I just know the character. With the sound of Bell ringing in my ears, I pack up my things and head for the literature club. Why he is here and why he's ringing is, just another unsolved mystery. After waving hello to the girls, I take a seat. Soon after, Monica kickstarts the session. Let me just make sure I have voice mod ready to go. Sorry, everyone.
Check, check, check. Yep, there it is. Hello, everyone. Okay, everyone. Yep, that's working. Okay. Okay, everyone. As you're all aware, exams are coming up, so for the next few weeks, I think it would be best to put these sessions on hold. I know no one really wants to, but unfortunately I'll be too busy to run them. Unless someone else wants to run these sessions in my place.
There's a general murmur of conversation. It wouldn't really feel the same without you, to be honest. Agreed. I could do with more time to focus on math and stuff anyway. As much as I enjoy these sessions, they don't really help out with that.
How about you, Sayori, Natsuki?
Yeah, it's a shame, but I understand.
Fun by me.
We need to have a Christmas party, though. Like we did with Halloween. You know, the Halloween party that we skipped over?
We can definitely plan that after our exams are over. For now, though, let's share poems, shall we? That was a good session. It feels like it went on by in the blink of an eye. That was a good session to edit on for now, guys. See you all soon. Oh, and Sayori, you wanted to talk?
With that, I head for the door with Yuri in tow. Ironically enough, I find myself thinking of Sayori this time as I walk home with Yuri. What does she think about when she walks home? I kind of feel guilty walking home with Yuri instead of Sayori. But Sayori stayed behind to talk to Monica after the club meeting ended, so... A part of me is kind of glad that I get to talk to Yuri alone, though. Although now I feel bad. Because I'm pretty sure we made a decision earlier in the game that if we had the chance, we would walk home with Yuri instead of Sayori. And now it's happening, and I wonder if we could have changed that. Now I have this on my conscience too! Yay! Guilt. The guilt is soul-crushing. Safchi? Sorry, I spaced out for a bit there. It's fine. You must be feeling stressed from all that exam preparation. Yeah, totally. Anyway, I was just saying, I'm glad that we did end up planning the study session alone together. Well, alone wasn't there, but it was implied. With my help, perhaps you'll feel less stressed after today. That is to say, if you need any help at all. I'm not trying to assume anything about your capabilities or anything. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I will need your help. How have you been, though? Reading new books? Actually, I did start on one fairly recently. The Stranger by Albert Camus. Huh, is it any good? It is, at least in my opinion. Simply put, it's about a man who feels like, well, a stranger in society. He's overwhelmingly indifferent to life, and as a result, freely disregards social norms. I don't know if you're familiar with Camus, but he wrote a lot on the absurd. What, like ridiculous things? More like absurdity in a philosophical sense. Well, he doesn't explicitly speak on it in The Stranger, but the novel is heavily entrenched in themes of absurdity. I'll learn to speak words properly someday, and they're shown through the seeming innate irrationality of humanity through the plot's events. Funnily enough, the main character only finds happiness after realizing that there is no inherent meaning to life. Not that I actually find it funny or anything. Jeez, she's always overthinking her words. I feel that too hard. It's cute when she gets flustered, but it also makes me worry for her. Yeah, worry for her. Well, I'll do what I can to distract her from her nerves. So that absurdity comes from the lack of purpose in the universe, then? Not quite. Rather, it comes from the contradiction between the simultaneous need and inability to find that purpose. Dang. Kind of a depressing subject matter, don't you think? I suppose so. But interestingly, Camus still thought that we should search for meaning to life anyway. Hey, want to continue our conversation inside? With a start, Yuri looks up to see that we've reached my house. I didn't realize that we'd already arrived. I don't doubt that. After all, our conversation's been pretty interesting. I love talking about books. They're my favorite thing. We make our way up to the front door as I rummage through my bag for my keys. Right, there they are. They lock smoothly turns with a sharp click, and with that, we're in. Go ahead and do a little savey save here. I don't think we've made any decisions, so... well, I'll do it up to slouch in case. I toss my bag onto the couch while Yuri places hers gently on the floor. Two very different kind of people. As I stretch, a yawn breaks out across my face. I was going for the THX yawn there. I'm tired already? She sits down on the couch and smiles at me with a gentle chuckle. Honestly, I'm always tired when I get home from school. I can only take so much schooling before I collapse and die. I suppose I'll need a defibrillator when we start studying. Hope you know CPR. I find myself slouching down on the couch as we pull out revision materials. I sink into the cushions until there's nothing left, and then just my legs sticking out of the couch. So many notes to look over. Oh, I don't even want to get started. I didn't even realize this was the next line. I was just improvising. Hey, speaking of death, I'm sure this will go great. You know how you were speaking about absurdism before? Isn't all that kind of similar to existentialism, or nihilism? Yes, although I'd say that absurdist thought lies somewhere in between those two. For instance, existentialists would say that you can find a meaning to life, nihilists would say that you can't, and absurdists would assert that you can to some extent. So, what would you say your meaning to life is? Let's get deep. Let's get way too deep today. So you're finally asking this question? To be honest, I'm not too sure. Just turn the music up just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. I don't think I've read enough to form any solid conclusions. Really? You haven't read enough? It's not that hard to believe, is it? There are so many books out there that I want to read, but that I may never get to. And there are so many things that I want to do, but can't seem to bring myself to do. Like what? Yuri suddenly looks up and straight into my eyes, her gaze piercing through my soul. I like where this is going. Like... Her eyes seem particularly intense above her blushing cheeks and slightly parted lips. Never mind. Oh, come on! Just say it already! She looks away just as quickly, her cheeks deepening in color. Well, regardless, you can always ask me for help whenever you need it. Seriously, I'd be really happy if you could depend on me. Why do I feel like I read that so weird? Seriously, I'd be really happy if you could depend on me. I've read it weird again, just going past it. Thank you. You're so thoughtful as always. I'm so glad that I have you to rely on, Sefchi. It makes me feel safe and secure. Yuri's voice suddenly takes on a sensual breathiness, like more so than she usually has in my interpretation, causing shivers to run down my spine. Hey, Sefchi, you mean it, right? You're not... Oh god, the crazy face. You're not lying, are you? What's wrong with your eyes? No, why would I? That's right, you never lied to me. Okay, Yuri started to scare me a little bit now. I'm so glad I never have to worry about you abandoning me. Yeah. Guys, I'm scared. I'm scared. Sefchi, my heart is beating so fast right now. I don't have much experience with romance, but isn't Yuri acting kind of a weird? She's like a weird. Yuri must have noticed my uncertain facial expression as she abruptly snaps out of her reverie. Sorry, I just said something weird. It's alright, but not really. This is seriously awkward. The only thing I seem capable of doing is laughing uncomfortably. Help. Let's just change the subject. There's nothing strange about showing gratitude. Nor is there anything strange about your strange facial expression that you made, which was strange. So don't sweat it, Yuri. Really? Okay then, thank you. Anyway, we'd better get started on studying before it gets too late. After all, that's the reason why you're here, right? Yes. We spread out all our textbooks and notes on the coffee table to begin deciding on where to start. I'm still feeling too awkward to meet her eyes, but hopefully this feeling fades soon. I think we've made a terrible mistake. Ah, shoot! The pen that I've been spinning twirls out of my grasp and clatters across the table. Yuri jumps a bit, startled by the sudden noise. She must have been concentrating hard on her problem sets. It's no wonder that she's a better student than me, with how incredibly focused she can get. Well, it's not like I set the bar high or anything, but she's just really diligent. She seems virtually immune to distractions and boredom. Unlike me, my mind probably wanders 80% of the time. Same. My mind wanders even when I do these streams. That's why I have so much trouble providing the funny commentaries. It's been a while since we started, hasn't it? Looks like Yuri's picked up on how bored I am. Yeah, we actually got a lot done. Thanks for your help with math and physics, by the way. You're welcome. Helping you solidified everything in my mind anyway, so... You don't give yourself enough credit. You're a real lifesaver. Thank you. I know that I sometimes have a hard time articulating my thoughts on certain topics, so just let me know if you need me to explain something again. Well, I think I got the gist of everything for now. My stomach gurgles before I can continue talking about schoolwork. On another note, how does dinner sound? Oh, I wouldn't want to impose. Come on, I'm gonna be cooking for myself anyway. What's one more mouth to feed? Well, if you're absolutely sure. Of course I am. Oh, I hate the way I read lines sometimes. I need to practice lines sometime. I need to spend more time talking to people. I feel like it's my only weakness, is sounding human. I can do all the voices in the world, but I can't sound like a person. Actually, do you want extras to take home too? I want to make it up to your parents for keeping you away for so long. They won't need it. I forgot to mention before that I'm fairly certain Yuri's parents are dead. You may go that far to be a gracious host. Alright then, if you're sure. You gonna study a little more, or do you want to help me make sure I don't burn the house down in the kitchen? I'd love to help, but... She bites her lip, her cheeks pink. Would it be alright if I were to do a couple of stretches in the living room while you cooked? I apologize if this is inappropriate. Huh? You mean something like yoga? A little, although I've never specifically done yoga before. It feels a bit embarrassing. It's embarrassing? Oh, sorry. It's embarrassing. As I try to imagine Yuri doing yoga, my cheeks begin to heat up. Okay, yeah, I can see why Yuri would think that about yoga. Anyway, there are just some simple stretches to help relieve some of my back and neck pain. I have terrible posture, and sitting down for extended periods of time with my back hunched over tends to make my muscles incredibly tense. Posture, huh? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Feel free to do your exercise in the living room then. She smiles gratefully at me. It shouldn't take too long. Man, I just realized that I forgot to eat today. It's gonna be another one of those streams where I'm just like, oh my god, sustenance. Feed me. I pondered my dinner options as I head into the kitchen. How are we doing, by the way, guys? We still got people here? Everyone having a good time? Are we all having fun? Are we all engaged with the story? Is everyone having a good time? do still have some frozen dumplings left. But I don't really want to make it seem like they're the only things I ever eat. Hello! Hey, Ray. Delay! I'm engaged, I swear. Oh, the delay is always funny to me. Can't wait to see these stretches. Oh my god, I hope there's a CG where we walk in on her. That would be great. Oh, I want that so badly. Can you guys hear my stomach yelling at me? Like, hey, idiot! You forgot to feed me! If you don't put food in me right now, I swear to God, I'm going to eat myself. And that really just means that you're gonna die. As much as I love them, a man's gotta have his limits. Let me grab like a granola bar or something real quick, guys. We're back. I got like some snacks over here. My snack card. Feed your stomach. I will. I'm doing it right now. Ah, here we go. Food. This is, I think this is our first snack break in this stream. Or in this series of Doki streams at least. So how are we doing today, chat? What's everyone up to? Sorry if you can hear me guys chewing. I'll put the mic further away. I'm doing okay. Just okay. Not amazing or spectacular, fantastic. Yeah, it's coming yesterday, but it's good today. So heck yeah. Nice. Yep. Of course, you guys know me. I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. Also trying very hard to resist asking the question, is it because of bad posture or is it because of bad posture? Like, I sometimes come up with jokes in my head because I try to be somewhat family friendly. You know, I don't mind swearing a little bit here and there and telling inappropriate jokes on occasion, but I try to keep it somewhat clean. Scoliosis AO, I hope that's a joke. If not, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made the joke earlier. And this is why I'm scared to make jokes sometimes. Because I have a dark sense of humor. Nope, I have severe scoliosis. Oh, god damn it. I feel bad. Aw, this is why I'm always scared to say things. Alright, anyway. Snack break over. That'll time me over for a little bit. Let's get back to the story. I'll read a little bit from history. And it's okay, you're not offending me. Good. Like, you know, it's like, I'm very self-conscious sometimes. Most of the time. I'm trying to get over it. I ponder my dinner options as I head into the kitchen. I do still have some frozen dumplings left, but I don't really want to make it seem like they're the only things I ever eat. As much as I love them, a man's gotta have his limits. So, what's another dish that I could somehow use to impress Yuri? Rice is always an option, but I don't know if I have anything to make side dishes with. I quickly wash the rice and pop it in the rice cooker while I think. If I still have some pre-made curry roe left in the box, then... Bingo! I have enough ingredients for it, so curry it is. Good thing I went grocery shopping. My mind wanders as I dice the chicken and season it. This kind of reminds me of when Sayori and Yuri cooked for me when I was sick. Without the fire, though. Sayori almost burned her kitchen down for a second time. I forgot to mention that in the recap, because they were taking care of us when we were sick. Which was a very funny moment. I'm sure there's a highlight of it. I had to have made a highlight of it, so you can find it on the Twitch channel. And I believe it's the... I can't remember if it's the second or the third stream. It's either the second or the third. I think it's the third. It's the third one, beginning of the third one. Anyway, talking to Mom about the house almost getting set on fire was not fun, to say the least. I'm just glad she understood that they were taking care of me and that mistakes happen. Speaking of, I'd better get the stove going. I've burned the house down. Sayori came by as well, drawn into the flames like a moth. I have granola bar stuck in my teeth. After a while, I've got all the vegetables and chicken going in the pots. All it needs now is chicken stock, seasoning, and the curry roe, and it'll be done. I wonder how Yuri's doing. Hold on, I should focus on making the food first, or maybe I should focus on yoga. No need to pull a Sayori here. The sweet and slightly spicy smell of the curry has completely permeated the kitchen by now. It's just like when I was a kid. By the way, can I just say, I love that I have the reoccurring joke of Yuri being an arsonist, and then we find out that she's almost burned the house down. Or not only did she almost burn a house down once, but in Yuri's route, she almost burns it down twice. I know we skipped over Act 1, but we do tell the story about how Yuri almost burns the house down. And it's very funny. And that gave birth to Sayori being an arsonist in my headcanon. Anyway, it's just like when I was a kid. Back then, it'd be Dad standing here making the curry. We'd all sit around the table for dinner, talking about our days and the days ahead. I miss those times. But I just need to focus on living in the here and now. All that stuff is in the past. I need to focus on food first, and then Yuri later. Yuri doing yoga. Intense blushing. Otherwise, that wouldn't make anyone happy. I'm just gonna check on Yuri before I continue down this train of thoughts. I just realized something. Okay. So, I'll just say it. I happen to know that there is a nude scene with Yuri. It's not a sexy thing. Alright? It's apparently very important to her character. And for all I know, this could very well be it, since apparently Yuri is crazy in this route. I didn't think Yuri would be crazy, but apparently she is. And here we are. Anyway, this could get weird. I'm just gonna have face cam ready to go off to the side here. Let me just do studio. Okay. I'm just gonna check on Yuri before I continue down this train of thought. Hey Yuri, you doing okay? Oh god, no. Show us the new JK, please. I think we're about to see something else. A sharp inhale through teeth sounds from the living room. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me, Yuri. Did I startle her? Oops. Yeah. Her voice seems a bit strained as she answers back. I didn't actually mess up his stretching, did I? I'll be there in a moment. It's okay. Feel free to take as much time as you need. I'll just be here. A few minutes later, I have the curry ladled into 2 dishes alongside fluffy white rice. Well, I won't be needing this transition no more. Oh, she's cutting herself again. As if on cue, Yuri finally enters the kitchen, sniffing the air appreciably. Did I read that last line? Yeah, I did. Okay. Apologies for taking so long, Sefchi. Nah, it's fine. I've made curry before, so I've got this. It looks great, though. I haven't had Japanese curry in a while. Well, feel free to dig in then. As she smiles as she settles down into the meal. Itadakimasu. Eating together with Yuri feels almost like an intimate exercise. She carefully savors each bite as if she were a food critic, imprinting the dish into a memory. So, how's the food? Bring on all the critiques. I'm strong enough to handle them. Your curry turned out quite well. Although, I believe you could have used some more salts and maybe a bit more heat. you're into You're into spicier dishes then? Well, when it comes to curry, I suppose so. My mother did always prefer spicier foods, and that ended up influencing my own tastes. I'll keep that in mind next time I cook dinner for you. My own parents like sweeter curries, probably because I don't have much of a spice tolerance to begin with. And there's no time like the present to begin building up that tolerance. You've got me there. Anyway, if you're finished, I can take care of the dishes. No, you're the one who treated me, so I should wash them. I can't allow myself to be such a bother. Hey, it's seriously no bother at all. But, alright, if you're not backing down, how about a compromise? I can wash the dishes, and you can dry them. That works. We gather up all the dishes and pots and dump them in the sink. It doesn't take long for us to settle on a comfortable rhythm of washing and drying the dishes. However, my attention drifts more and more towards Yuri as time passes on. At one point, I'm looking over in her direction more than I am at the dishes themselves. Well, she'll probably call me out on it if she'll probably call me out on it if my washing gets too sloppy. She's got that deep look of concentration in her face again. It's pretty amazing how she can get lost in doing things, from studying and reading to even doing the dishes. That's something I seriously admire about her. She has the unwavering ability to completely devote herself to a task at hand. Somehow, I could never see her giving anything up halfway through or leaving her work unfinished. Honestly speaking, it's a quality that a lot more people need. Sefchi? Huh? What's up? You've been washing your hands for almost a minute now. Wait, what? I look down and see that I've been literally scrubbing my hands with a sponge. Oh! Sorry. I was just, getting lost in your eyes. Were you lost in thought? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Sorry. No need to apologize. You know how often happens to me, after all. I'm surprised that you were that preoccupied with your daydreams, though. What were you thinking about, if you don't mind my asking? Well, I'm more surprised that Yuri isn't commenting about my staring at her, but it's good to know that I'm more stealthy than I thought. Either that, or she's grown a lot more used to me at this point. You know, me, the creeper. Oh, I was just thinking about how nice this day has been. Yes, it's been lovely studying with you today. It's always been nice. It's always nice being with you. I never find it difficult to talk to you, and you always make me feel comfortable being myself. Yeah, same here. We stare at each other for a moment, our blushing faces breaking into smiles. Sefchi? May I use your restroom? She shuffles away for a bit, clearly keen to rush away to the bathroom. That wasn't what I was expecting her to say, but if she needs to go, then... of course, Yuri, you know where it is, right? Thank you. Quick footsteps follow her upstairs to the restroom. Well, I don't know what I was really expecting, but guess I'll head back into the living room. Meanwhile, just like... Oh god, he's so disgusting. He was staring at me that whole time and just... You okay up there? Yeah, I'm I'm fine. It's not too late in the day yet, but it's already dark out. What's taking Yuri so long? Should I check on her? Shoot, I really hope my curry didn't upset her stomach somehow. I should probably see how she's doing just in case. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Just as I make it to the top, Yuri steps out of the bathroom. Oh, Sefchi! She's got her crazy eyes. Her breathing seems a bit irregular, and she looks noticeably more disheveled than I remember. She must have noticed my concerned gaze as she quickly turns away. Is there something on my face? You were just taking a really long time, so I wanted to check if you were okay. I'm fine, but thank you for your concern. Her breathing is still suspiciously uneven. Are you sure? I said I'm fine. I mean... She takes a deep breath. Sorry for snapping at you. I'm just feeling a little out of sorts. She pooped! I just took a really big dump in your bathroom. I just took like a big dump truck dump in your toilet. Like the world, brown. The toilet is no longer white, it is now brown. So is the floor and the walls. It's like, it just like exploded out of me. I don't know what happened. Oh my god, I'm crying. Okay. Alright. No, it's okay. Everybody shits every now and again. I should be the one apologizing. I didn't mean to pry. Although, I don't even know what I'm prying into. It must be serious, though, if Yuri's getting this irritable. It's no problem, Stepchi. We're quiet as we make our way back downstairs. I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder what that smell is. Actually, I think I know exactly what that smell is. It's starting to get late now. Yep, I was just about to ask you if you wanted to pack up and head out. I probably should. I don't want to keep you up too late on the school night. Yeah, don't worry about it. I wish we could just hang out forever, but life has other plans. A light blush tinges Yuri's pale cheeks as she continues putting away her books. Not to mention the bus schedule. Yeah, we can't have missing that now, can we? There's a soft look in Yuri's eyes as she finally takes her bag and moves to stand beside me. I believe I'm ready now. Alright then, let's go. Walking to the nearest bus stop, our pace is fairly unhurried. But that's alright. It's nice leisurely walking through the night with Yuri by my side. Upon reaching the bus stop, we sit down and look up at the clear sky. Countless stars twinkle down from the endless ocean of the night. The darkness seems all the more deep and unfathomable when compared to the luminous moon. Is it just me, or does it seem like when you go on the Yuri... Because I don't remember using this many big words during the inner monologues in the other routes, so I wonder if maybe when you go on Yuri's route, they use, like, more big words get used because, like, the protagonist is learning more big words from reading a lot. If that is the case, that's really cool. That's a really good detail. A melancholy smile graces Yuri's face, her eyes shining in the starlight. Hey, Sefchi. Isn't it strange to think that some of those stars we're seeing could already be dead? We just haven't realized it yet. And we may die long before we ever realize it. Humans are ephemeral... I think it's ephemeral? Humans are ephemeral creatures, aren't they? You talk as though you're not a human yourself. But it seems kind of poetic, our being able to appreciate and remember those stars' glory even after they disappear. Even though it might be short-lived in relation to the rest of the universe, I think it's lucky that we will still be able to experience such beauty. That's a beautiful way of seeing it, Sefchi. You're right. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more. Yuri's voice is just so quiet. It kind of gets lost in the music sometimes. One of these days, I will find a way to be able to preview this audio before sending it out. I will find a way. I just don't have a very good way of doing it. You're right. People who die, we should be thankful that we were able to spend time with them at all. From dead stars to dead people, huh? I wonder if Yuri's experienced loss before. Yes. Looking back at her, though, it's clear that she's once again drifted off into her thoughts. Not even the bus's arrival seems to distract her. Hey, Yuri, the bus is here. Oh, you're right. I hadn't noticed. The bus is pretty empty, although that's to be expected. Most people get off right before it reaches the residential areas. Yuri takes a window seat, and I slide into the seat next to her. The night sky outside is still as dark as ever, but now it's filtered by the fluorescent lights reflecting off the window. Yuri yawns politely, covering her mouth as she does so. Okay, you get the yawn. We get the yawn joke already. The bit's over. Excuse me. I'm just feeling incredibly tired all of a sudden. Yeah, same here. We were pretty productive today, weren't we? Mm-hmm. A few moments pass by quietly, with the two of us swaying gently along the bus. Without a word passing between us, Yuri starts leaning into me. At this point, my nose is filled with a sense of lavender, mint, and lilac? Although I might not be sure of what the scents exactly are, what I do know is that it smells really nice. Besides, it just feels so right. I can't help but feel totally relaxed, the warm fuzziness inside me causing my perception of time to slow to a glacial pace. Suddenly, Yuri sits back up with a jolt. Sorry, I didn't realize I was dozing off. It's perfectly okay. I can stay awake and keep an eye out for your stop if you want to close your eyes for a bit. No, I'm fine. She sure doesn't sound fine. Yuri practically can't keep her eyes open anymore. I'm not sleepy at all. I'm not sleepy. Her voice has dropped down to a murmur, and she hastily makes an attempt at rubbing the sleep from her eyes. Wake me up if I fall asleep again, okay? Alright, got it. With that, we fall back into a cozy silence. Within a few minutes, Yuri's nodding off once again. She feels so utterly warm beside me, it's making my heart race. There's a certain tranquility about the vulnerability of her expression when she's sleeping. Yuri must be really tired to completely fall asleep like this. I'd hate to interrupt her well-deserved sleep. I knew it! I knew we were gonna have to choose. After all, she's helping a lot today, and she should get a rest. Plus, it feels really nice to have her sleep with her head on my shoulder. But she did ask me to wake her up again. She might just be too polite to want to sleep against me, but then again, she might also want me to respect her wishes. I'm probably overthinking this. I'll just... agonize over this decision for the next 10 minutes. That's what we'll do. Ah, God. I don't know. So the first time we made a decision with Yuri, she wanted us to respect her wishes. The second time we made a decision with Yuri, she wanted us to help her. So we did, and I think that was the right choice, but I'm not sure. It seems like for the most part, Yuri just wants us to, like, respect her choices. So it feels like wake her up is the right option in that sense. Heck, this is confusing. Yeah. Like, with Sayori, was... I think wake her. Yeah, so do I. Because, like, all the other decisions so far have just been like, what does Sayori, or what does Yuri want? Just do what she wants. I think. I'm not sure. Oh, but hang on. The old man in me just wants to watch her sleep for a little bit, though. So just for curiosity's sake. You know what? I'll just let her sleep. She's way too peaceful for me to disturb right now. Propriety be damned, I'll let her sleep on me for as long as she needs to. Her head is a bit heavy on my shoulder, but at the same time, her warmth makes me feel light inside. Man, I can't believe that Yuri's actually cuddling up to me right now. Back before I joined the club, I never would have guessed that I'd get so close to anyone before the year ended. I am definitely going to savor this quiet moment for a while. It's a while before Yuri's eyes finally flutter open again. Safchi? She jokes back with an embarrassed look on her face. Did I fall asleep again? Yeah. Did you have a nice sleep? Yep, there it is. Yuri looks at me reproachfully. I thought I told you to wake me up. It's like, hey, you didn't say when. Besides, I'm gonna let this play out for a little bit. Hey, you didn't say when, and besides, I was gonna wake you up when we got closer to your stop. A quiet sigh escapes from her lips. You know what I meant. Don't worry about it. It was nice to see you get some rest. I've got a duty to look after you as a friend too, right? I suppose. Sorry, I'm just particularly irritable tonight. Well, everyone has their bad days. Plus, if this is you when you're feeling irritable, then you've got the patience of an angel. And regardless of how you feel, I'll always try my best to protect you. She looks away bashfully at my compliment, her face red. It looks like we'll have to get off soon. I must have been asleep for a while. Okay, and now out of curiosity, what if we wake her up? Psst, hey, Yuri.
Huh.
Her eyes fly open as she swiftly sits back up, leaving behind only a memory of warmth on my side. Sorry about that, and thank you for waking me up. I didn't think I'd be this drowsy. No problem. Want to talk to keep you from falling asleep again? Sure, that seems like a good idea. So what would you like to speak about? I didn't really think that far ahead. Yuri shoots me an amused smile before looking out the window again. May I ask you a silly question? Ask away. Do you think that after graduation, we'll also remain close? Even if go to different universities. Even if go to different universities and don't get to spend any time together. Wow, that sentence. That is a sentence. Even if go to different universities and don't get to spend any time together? Of course, Yuri! Even if our futures take us to different places. Oh, wow. I need to learn to enunciate more. I never enunciate. Even if our futures take us to different places, I'm not going to let something like distance stop us from being friends. Truth is, I've put more thoughts to this ever since I talked to everyone about our futures. Which happened last stream. But I've decided that no matter what, I still want to stay friends with everyone. And that goes double for Yuri. Yuri gives a gentle smile and scoots an inch closer to me. Sure, sometimes we might be far away from each other. But we've got phones and planes and trains and cars. If I didn't have any other way, I'd still take the time to walk to see you. To be honest, that's comforting to hear. I keep reading lines weird. I can't read blind, man. Not that one. I want history. To be honest, that's comforting to hear. Although, you know, we'll still have less time to spend together once we graduate, right? Well, I'd like to think we're good enough friends to not let something silly like graduation get between us. Yes, that's true. Sorry, I just get anxious about these things. Nah, it's probably something that everyone worries about. I don't think anyone wants to lose touch with their friends after graduation. Yuri proceeds to look out the window, lost in thought. Sometimes I think about all the memories we lose as we grow older. For instance, I know that there are some important things my father told me before, but I can never quite recall them. I wonder how much I'll remember of today in 20 years' time. Her voice softens as she speaks, lowering down to a husky timbre. I want to say something comforting to her, but don't know the right words. Well, you can always just ask your dad about it again, right? You know, your dad that's dead and I just don't know because there's a bricklayer in my mind that makes you really dense. I think as long as you keep in touch with people and don't take anyone for granted, you'll be able to continue making happy memories with everybody. Sayori flashes through my mind for a moment as I say this. I suppose so. On another note, I believe my stop is coming up. As the bus nears Yuri's stop, she goes through her bag to check that everything's in place. You didn't forget anything, did you? No, thankfully not. Want me to walk you home? No, I wouldn't want you to go that far out of your way. She looks down for a moment, scuffing her shoe against the floor. Thank you. What for? There's a hesitation before she answers, but she quickly shoots me a bittersweet smile. For putting up with me, perhaps? I'm sorry, it's just a rather difficult topic for me to discuss. It's nothing against you, of course. Don't worry, I get you. There's no need to rush and tell me. You have all the time in the world. Your patience is forever appreciated. No problem. If you ever feel like talking, just let me know. I'll listen. Her expression relaxes as she takes a slow, deep breath. That means a lot to me, Sefchi. With a slow wheeze, the bus finally stops to let Yuri off. Well, I'll have to get going now. Thank you for everything. You don't have to thank me all the time, you know. I'll see you tomorrow, Yuri. Waving one last time, Yuri ducks out of the bus and into the cool night air. I think I'll just leave it. We'll see what happens.
Make a little save here, just in case.
The bell rings, signaling the end of another school day. We're still on Act 2. There's so, like, the acts are so long in this game. As the usual sound of footsteps and scraping chairs fills the air, I stand up and make my way down to the literature club. As I push the door open, the air immediately fills with what sounds like an argument. A given, seeing as I could hear Natsuki's voice down the corridor. And who's her unfortunate opponent this time? Of course. All I'm saying is that cash should be a perfectly viable option to give as a present. But isn't that a rather cold and pragmatic present? I sidled up to Monica and Sayori. So, how did this one start?
I was talking to Monica about having a secret Santa for Christmas.
Which led the conversation on the gifts. Natsuki mentioned that she wouldn't mind receiving money, and here we are.
We all watched as the two girls continued to squabble. Both of them still look fairly adamant about their positions. Aren't you going to break it up?
I could. But I think this still counts as more of a debate rather than a full-blown argument.
And I'm hoping that it gives me gift ideas.
Well, once again, Sayori is just very underhanded. I turn back to the verbal sparring session. There's no thought put into it. All you're doing is telling the receiver to buy their own present in lieu of you taking the effort to do so. And that's the point of giving people money. I'd be way happier getting money. I'd be way happier getting money than something I don't want or need for Christmas. You can do anything with that money. Anything. And you won't have to worry about what to do with a present you don't want. It just seems tasteless to me. There's no Christmas spirit involved. Christmas is supposed to be more than just a gift exchange. But what about people who don't know me well, or who don't want to get to know me? Are they just supposed to ask me what I want? Everyone's a surprise, too, and at that point, I'd rather cut out the middleman and just get money as the present. Honestly, I agree with Natsuki. Gift giving is illogical. In that case, they should just try to subtly get to know you better, or ask one of your friends. Yeah, because that's so easy to do when you don't have friends. I keep hitting right-click by accident. And what if I just flat out want money as a present because I don't need anything, or because I want to save up money for something big to get myself? That's not the point of presents, though. Okay, then what's the point of it all, huh? As I said, the point is to show people that you care for them by gifting them things that you believe they need or want. But what if I want money? Like, geez, sorry for not being rich enough to not worry about saving up for things. It's just not something you do during Christmas. Well, gift giving shouldn't even really be the central part of Christmas. But given that we do emphasize it now in modern times, we should see the process of picking out a present and gifting it to someone as a celebration of all the time you've spent with the recipient. It shows that you care enough to give them something personal. Impermanent presents, things that don't last, they're really just quick and easy substitutes for thoughtful lifelong gifts. Lifelong gifts. Okay, if you hate impermanent presents so much, then I'm guessing you don't like food as presents, too. I wouldn't say I hate them. Come on, what's wrong with food? It's a perfectly good gift. I mean, I wouldn't mind having some sweets as a gift, but items that can be tied to experiences or are more sentimental in nature make for much better gifts. Shouldn't gifts be more long-term value? If you give someone food, they're just going to eat it, and within a day it'll be gone. Whereas if you get someone a book or clothes, they'll be able to keep it for far longer. But what makes you think that food can't have any sentiment attached? If you give someone food that you made yourself, there's still a lot of thoughtfulness going into it. Like chocolates, they're a pretty popular gift. Yes, but not as Christmas presents. They're typically suited for White Day or Valentine's Day. And besides, I didn't say anything about them not being sentimental. Well, you sure seem to be implying it. Who said that gifts absolutely have to last forever? You said Christmas was supposed to be more than a gift exchange, but it seems like you're pretty hung up on the gifts part. Looks like this might be heating up. I glance over to Monica and Sayori, who shrugged back at me. Should we do something? Although Monica isn't much of a mediator. It's only because you're taking this tradition and eliminating all the emotion involved. Huh? But all I'm saying is that people have different feelings toward these things. And anyway, aren't you the one imposing your own taste on others? Not everyone wants a book for Christmas. You're the one who's deriding my opinions. For someone who supposedly cares a lot about people's feelings, you don't seem to care about mine. What? The only thing I've been saying is that money isn't a bad gift option. And food too. All this time I've just been defending my own position. Why the heck are you attacking me over this? I'm not attacking. It's just that you don't seem to care about Christmas spirit at all. You shouldn't try to take advantage of these traditions for your own selfish reasons. Natsuki goes red with anger, clearly fuming. Selfish? I'm selfish for having an opinion about what I personally want for Christmas? Do you have any idea? So I can't care about what I get or I'm a bad person? You... Crap, I look over at Monica and Sayori, who step back at me, eyes wide. Monica nods her head at them as if to encourage me to break it up. Man, why me? Well, I guess I might be considered the closest to Yuri at this point, but still. Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says... Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says something they'll really regret. But whose side should I pick? Natsuki has pretty much been on the defensive the whole time, and she's actually made some pretty good points. But as much as I'd hate to say it, if I back up Yuri, I'll probably get brownie points with her. In any case, I'd better say something fast. So I'll just pick... Oh, god damn it! God damn it! God damn it! Why are you doing this to me, game? Why? Ah, fuck! Don't make me choose! No! Oh my god! You know you gotta pick Yuri, but here... Look, minor spoiler for Natsuki route, okay? As we learned in the Natsuki route, the obvious choice, not always obvious. That's the thing, I don't agree with Yuri. Because Natsuki has a point. And I feel like Yuri would maybe appreciate it more if we're like, Yuri, she's right. You need to like calm down. I feel like Yuri would like want us to tell her that she's wrong in this instance. But that's just me. Look, I know we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, we're just gonna pick both options, see what the hell happens. Hey guys, hold up. The girls both turn to me. Yuri with a hopeful expression, and Natsuki still seething. What? Are you here to be Yuri's knight in shining armor? Ready to rail on me too? Jeez, she's making me regret choosing her side. Well, even so, I can't just lie and say that Natsuki's in the wrong, right? Natsuki! Look, I actually agree with you, alright? You do? She stares at me, eyebrows raised, and then crosses her arms and turns to the side with a pout. Now I do regret my choice. Fuck this person. I mean, of course you do, because I'm right! Monica and I simultaneously roll our eyes. Sefchi, what? Shoot, Yuri. I can't avoid catching her eyes. She has a rather forlorn look on her face, almost as if she's just been betrayed. Better clear the air. Yuri, that's not to say you didn't have any good points yourself. I just think you've been arguing against the wrong position. Yeah, exactly. If someone doesn't want money or food as a gift, it's not like I'm gonna give it to them anyway. All I said was that we shouldn't totally write them off because there are people out there who like those things as gifts. And they shouldn't be shamed for it. If you think about it, there's nothing morally wrong with gifting money to people. It's really just a cultural convention that makes it taboo, right? And even then, not everyone subscribes to that convention. That's right! I've never really met anyone who dislikes getting or giving money. Until you, I guess. I see. Yuri nervously twirls a strand of her hair through her fingers, refusing to meet our gazes. I hope to God I made the right choice here. I'm guessing she never really loses her arguments. But it's just so utilitarian. I get that, I really do. But like you said, the gift exchange should be the central focus of Christmas, right? BRB, see you soon, Uwu. Oh, it's back. Back in full force. Love that command. I think that as long as you're happy with what you get, it should be fine. I mean, sometimes I don't have anything I particularly want either. I never do. And in those cases, I'm perfectly happy with receiving money. Every year for Christmas, I always say, just give me money, and if I want something, I'll get something. And my mom and everyone else is always just like, it doesn't work that way. And I'm like, well, it should! Because if I just have the money, I can get the thing I want later. I don't care about the sentimental value. It doesn't really matter to me. If I see something I want, I can just get it. It's better that way. Sentiment is nice, but I would rather you just give me money. Like, buy one gift that's sentimental, and then give me the rest of the money you're gonna spend on me. As money. Problem solved. Best of both worlds. Compromise. I am a king of compromise. Look at me, Seth G, solving world peace. Sorry, I'm marking that. Alright, anyway. Plus, it's not like I'd turn down a gift from someone if I didn't like it. I'd still, like, thank them for it and stuff. Anyway, people should just tailor their gifts to the receiver's tastes. And I only meant to say that money and food are valid gifts. To be honest, I think I'd be happy at just getting anything from anyone because just giving a gift shows that you care. Well, I guess unless that gift openly isn't chosen... Well, I guess unless the gift openly isn't chosen with me in mind. The conversation peters out a bit, leaving Natsuki and Yuri facing each other in silence. That's... I see. Sorry for misunderstanding. It's fine. I guess it's something you're passionate about. Even so, I shouldn't have tried to refute your preference, seeing as how it's a totally subjective thing. I should have made sure that I understood your position fully. Sorry for all the unnecessary trouble I've caused. How embarrassing. Like I said, it's fine now. I just won't ever get you money or food for Christmas. The room fills with light chuckles, suddenly breaking the tension that had been filling the air. I think I'm happy with this choice. Look, even if this didn't give me brownie points with Yuri in the end, like, I still feel like this is, like, the morally the right decision, okay? It's like... But honestly, though, if I had my choice, I just wouldn't get involved. Anyway. Yay, light chuckles. That's good. Well, there's light chuckles from everyone else, but not from Yuri. That's the problem. This was morally the right choice, but I don't know if it's the right choice for the route. That's the question.
Thanks for stepping in, Suchi. I seriously thought that Natsuki was going to say something terrible.
Same.
No problem. I was afraid of the same thing, so... Hey, I wasn't... Well... Stop looking at me!
One of your charms being a fiery hothead, though.
Wow, that Sayori's voice just died. Well, you saved. Yeah. Hang on.
One of your charms is being a fiery hothead, though.
Okay, maybe I'm a little bit hot-headed, but... Wait, how is that a charm?
We've got to have someone mod in the store to add diversity to our club. Otherwise, there's no one to stir things up.
And that's supposed to be a good thing?
Well, you do tend to challenge my perceptions in a good way.
I do wish that our arguments... See, we made the right choice. I do wish that our arguments weren't so heated, but it's good to have someone... So you could go back alter later. I could go back to alter later. I could. I do wish that our arguments weren't so heated, but it's good to have someone keep my judgmental side in check. And I suppose I wouldn't want to have sycophants as friends. Not to say that I'm such a great person that it'd warrant having sycophants. Same here. But it would be nice to have a butler who'd do anything I wanted. Like... She suddenly turns to me, snaps a finger, and points down at the ground. Steph G, let me use you as a footrest. Who made me into your personal butler? Hey, I don't pay you to talk back to me. You're not paying me at all. Maybe if Sefchi's class does a butler cafe next cultural festival, you can order him around like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that never happens now.
Then how about a maid cafe? I'd love to see Sefchi in a maid outfit.
Ooh, that sounds like fun!
You know what? I bet it'd look amazing in a dress. Once again, the room fills with cheerful laughter.
Okay, everyone. Now that that's over. Since everyone is here now, how about we get on with the Secret Santa?
Sure thing!
My apologies. I didn't realize everyone was waiting for us to finish. Yeah, alright. Monica steps forward with a classic red and white Santa hat. There's a faint rustling of paper from within.
Well, guys, don't be shy. Take a name out of the hat, and whoever you get is who you have to buy a gift for. I'll go first.
Her hand disappears into the hat for a moment. She withdraws it, and after taking a look at the name on the piece of paper, she slips it into a pocket.
Who wants to go next?
I'm surprised you didn't ask her who she got, Sayori.
Hey! I know how a Secret Santa works, thank you.
I laugh as she pouts and sticks her hand into the hat. Much like Monica, she also slips the paper into a pocket. And both Natsuki and Yuri follow suit, leaving me last. There's only one piece of paper at this point, so it's a pretty quick decision. And got it. Yuri. I look over at her, but she's sporting a remarkably good poker face. In fact, everyone is, so it's impossible to even guess who the recipients are.
Well, that's that. This should be interesting.
Wait, hang on. Where are we all gonna meet?
We hadn't got around to sorting that. Maybe we could have a Christmas party at someone's house?
Can't do it at my house, sorry.
Me neither. My parents wouldn't approve.
I wouldn't mind doing it at mine. Neither of my parents are home, so it's pretty much an empty house. You guys okay with a Christmas party around mine then? There's a general memo of agreement. Wait, what about food? Oh, that's a good question. To be honest, I reckon I could have a stab at trying to cook some food for us. Maybe some teriyaki? Something like that? You? Making food for us? Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I didn't know you could cook, Sefchi.
Oh my god, the look on Monica's face! Oh my god! Oh my god, that expression is incredible! I have never seen that look on Monica's face before. Oh my god, it's so funny actually. It looks like Sayori. It's like Sayorica. It's so good. That's new. Yeah. That's a Sayori expression right there. I can type. Me too. I can speak. Me speaking is just you typing.
Me neither.
You always used to binge on junk food and ready-made meals.
That doesn't really fill me with confidence. Hey! Don't underestimate Sefchi, everyone. I've tried his cooking before, and he's definitely a fast learner. Wait, what? When was this? All three girls turn to look curiously at Yuri, which typically prompts a flustered expression. She came over to my place a few times. In fact, she's the one who taught me the basics. Where Sefchi learned to cook is beside the point, though. More importantly, I feel like it's a bit much to ask Sefchi to both host the party and cook the food.
Ah, that's true. It's a lot to put on his shoulders.
I think he can handle it. It's fine, guys. It's not like I have much to do to host it, right? I wanted to test out my cooking skills anyway.
Well, if you're sure, then thanks for having us.
It should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I haven't had a Christmas party in ages.
Your cooking better be up to snuff, Sefchi. I'm gonna break your arm. Jeez, no pressure then. Why, though?
Give him a chance, Natsuki. Anyway, now that our party's been sorted, why don't we share some poems?
Do, boo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo, boo, boo, doo, boo. I can't remember when Act 3 starts. I don't think we're there yet. Because I was trying to remember earlier if we had gotten to Act 3 at the end of the last stream, but I don't think we did. No, we didn't. I believe Act 3 starts after Christmas, which might make it a pretty good stopping point for us. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, this should be good. Like my second favorite voice to do after Sayori's. Today is a day I'll be spending with Natsuki, of all people. I was pretty surprised when she texted me last night, asking if she could go Secret Santa shopping with me. Let's save real quick. Turns out that her Santa's Sayori, so I guess Natsuki figured I'd be the best person to shop with. I was hoping to spend the day with Sayori, but I didn't want to see what Natsuki would be like if I rejected her, so... Then again, I suppose Natsuki's blunt nature would help me pick out a decent present for Yuri. There are quite a few people here, but I'm able to spot Natsuki's distinctive pink hair quite easily. I just thought of a joke, but I really don't want to say it. Ah, screw it. I'll say it. Do you guys think the carpet matches the drapes? Okay. All right, I hate myself. Let's move on. She spots me and makes her way over. Ready to go? Ready when you are. Lead the way. So, seeing as Sayori is your best friend, any ideas what I should get her? Truth be told, not really. I'm not the best when it comes to Christmas presents. Look, I'm more asking if it's her natural hair color, okay? But I'm just doing it in a smart-ass way. I don't really want to know what it looks like down there. Really? You don't know? Nah, sorry. Anyway, let's just look around a few stores, see what we find. I mean, we're not in any rush, right? I guess. We proceed down the streets, keeping our eyes peeled for any suitable shops. All the while, snow softly falls onto our heads as a lot of other Christmas shoppers bustle around. Wait, this one could work. I appear up at the shop entrance. It's a clothes shop. Pretty solid place to start. Although I don't really know what her fashion sense is like. I mean, you could just play it safe and get her new bow. She's had that red one for as long as I can remember, so she might appreciate a new color. Yeah, but let's have this discussion inside, because I'm freezing. Sure thing. We make our way to the section selling hair bows. Man, I didn't even know such demand for bows existed. So many different colors, shapes, designs. What do you think of this one? She holds up a bright pink one. I can't help but feel like the choice was influenced by her own taste rather than what Sayori would like. It's okay, I guess? She narrows her eyes at me, clearly expecting a more positive response. Here, look at this one. It looks like it would really bring out Sayori's eyes, don't you think? I guess it could work. Why are you talking like that? I just need something else, though. At the moment, it's just kind of plain. I almost bring up how the pink bow she just showed me was also plain, but decide against it at the last moment. Something else? Yeah. She takes the bow from my hands and looks it over for a moment. You can get some sort of design on it. You can? She rolls her eyes. Boys. Yes, Baka, you can. Like an embroidery. Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? She shrugs her shoulders. Beats me, you're her best friend. Well, what about something from one of her poems? Like, I paused, trying to recall any salient phrases from one of Sayori's poems. Was our festival recital really 3 months ago? Happy thoughts? It seems to sum her up nicely. Not saying anything? I knew I'd find a use for you eventually. No way. Is this a compliment from you I'm detecting? Shut up. I chuckle. Progress is progress. Anyway, now that we have Sayori sorted, what are you gonna get Yuri? No, wait, let me guess. A book? No, actually. Huh? Weird. I thought that'd be the obvious choice. Yeah, it is. That's precisely why I want to avoid it, you know. I've never been the greatest when it comes to picking out gifts, but I really want to make a special effort for Yuri. I don't really get why, even though it's really freaking obvious, and apparently I have bricks in my brain too, but whatever, I guess. Anyway, so if we're not going to get her a book, then what? I think back to the time I've spent with Yuri. Think, Sefchi, think. Try something outside the box. It's weird seeing you think so hard. I didn't even know you were capable of it. I pull an unimpressed face. It's almost Christmas, Natsuki. Would it really cue to show some festive niceness? It would, actually. Total organ failure. On the spot. I roll my eyes and mutter under my breath. Typical. Well, if you don't want to get her a book, you're kind of stumped. All she likes are books and tea, so that's it. A teapot. Man, how did I not think of that? Because you're... Come on, I know it's just the shop. Okay, jeez. Learn to talk, idiot. As we enter the china shop, the visual overload hits like a truck. I immediately get isekai to another world. It's an RPG now. What if, though? Just like, what if? That was an ending. That'd be great. A huge variety of ornaments ranging in color, design, size, and price. Where do I begin? Whoa. We're gonna be here for a while, aren't we? Sorry, I just want to make sure I get the good present for her. I didn't realize China shops had this much to choose from. It's sweet that you're making this much effort for Yuri. Really? I awkwardly scratched the back of my neck. You think? Anyway, what do you think of this one? I studied the teapot she holds in her hands. It's fairly small, but sports an intricate pattern complete with flying doves. Artistic, to say the least. Not a bad choice, actually. How much is it? She lifts up the teapot, allowing me to read the sticker on the bottom. Jeez, do they think we're made of money? Nah, that's too much. Shame, though. It's really nice. She sets it back on the shelf. I stare at it wistfully as I pass by. What's your budget? I dig through my pockets and pull out my wallets. Mom left me a lot of money the last time I saw her. A time that feels like such a long time ago. At the absolute limit, like 4,000 yen. Natsuki's eyes widen for a moment, but she doesn't say anything. We've been browsing the shop for about 15 minutes. For the most part, it's been fairly quiet. Every so often we call out to each other, trying to get an opinion on a potential choice. Although I'm not used to Natsuki's presence, I'd be lying if I said this was unenjoyable. My gaze eventually settles on a tempting-looking dark blue and white teapot. It's not too dissimilar from the first one Natsuki picked out. Both teapots sport artistic patterns, although this one lacks the dove motif. The darkness of the blue reminds me of Yuri's hair and eyes. It contrasts nicely against the white. Hey, Natsuki! Yeah? Come here for a sec. What do you think of this one? She pauses for a moment, studying the object in my hands. Not my kind of color scheme, but I guess I can see Yuri liking this. The shape's pretty cool, too. The shape's pretty cool, though. I've never seen a spiral shape on a teapot before, let alone on a teapot that actually looks good. I hope to God that this isn't too expensive. 3,850 yen. Cutting it fine. Yeah, this one will do nicely. Alright, come on, let's pay and get a move on then. Bags in hand, we step back out into the mall. How did we end up at the mall? We were just downtown a minute ago. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I really think Yuri will enjoy the gift. Hey, Sefchi. Not like it was a big deal or anything, but... She looks down at the floor, fiddling with her coat. I wait patiently. Thanks for help. Aww. I'll explain this in a minute. Actually, no, I'll explain it right now. One day while we were hanging out with Yuri, it was actually for like festival prep, right? We bumped into Natsuki. I don't remember. Actually, no, it wasn't for festival prep. It was something else. I don't remember. But we bumped into Natsuki, and we had the option of going over to say hi to her, and Yuri wasn't sure about it, but we encouraged her to do it, and it went fine. And that's what this is about, I think. Thanks for helping me get along with Yuri back in October. What do you mean? Don't you remember? About what in particular? It was when you asked Yuri to invite me to dinner with her, dummy. Oh, baka. Oh, that. Yeah, it helped me put things into perspective, you know? And, well, you can probably see it, but we're getting along a bit better now. I'm glad to hear that, Natsuki. I know Yuri probably appreciates it a lot, too. Well, as do all of us. Don't get me wrong, she can still kind of act like she's on her high horse. It's a bit hard to understand her sometimes. Like our Christmas gift argument. But these past few months have helped me realize that she's still my friend, and I don't know if we'd be as close as if you didn't say any or do anything. Wait, hang on. How did you know that I suggested to Yuri that she should invite you to dinner? And Natsuki stares at me for moments, incredulity written all over her face. It was pretty obvious. I mean, you literally went ahead and whispered into her ear right before she asked me. I feel my cheeks redden. Was I really that obvious? Oops. Oh, I see. There's an awkward pause. Well, I'm glad things are working out between you two. Yeah. Oh, crap, it's getting late. I really need to get going. Dad is gonna go crazy. Fair enough. I should probably get a move on as well. See you later. Yeah, see ya. With a small wave, she heads off. I also take my leave. Aww. We did it good, guys. Pat myself on the back. Yeah, we did good. We did good. I'm happy now. Today went better than I thought it would, so I'm in high spirits. Nice. Nice. Man, now I'm starting to get really hungry. I'm fairly certain we're almost to Act 3 at this point, so I'll say that once we get to Act 3, that'll be our stopping point. Which I think will be right after this. We should save, probably. Didn't have to make any choices here, so we're good here. Finally. Christmas Day is upon us. It feels strange being alone in the house on such a day. Normally my parents would wake me up and we'd all head downstairs for breakfast. Oh, that's a new detail I never noticed before, so I guess the divorce was, like, recent, like this year. Interesting. But today isn't a day to lament on how they aren't here. All 4 girls are coming over, and given how much fun I had on Halloween, which we definitely remember and didn't skip over, I'm confident today will be just as enjoyable. They won't be over for a while, but I've got to get a lot of stuff prepared, so let's hop to it. After finishing my morning routine, I find myself standing in front of the sink, idly contemplating what to cook for everyone. Fast food is an option, but that lacks a Christmas touch, so I decide to rifle through the cabinets, hoping that I can throw something tasty together. I thought KFC was wildly popular around Christmas time. What do you mean? At least in Japan. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level, but if I keep a level head and focus on what I'm prepping, I should be okay. Yeah, I've got time. Once I decide on a dish, I hunt for the relevant ingredients. Yep, looks like I got everything. That's the salmon and seasoning sorted. Bowl check, pan check. Let's give this a whirl. Okay, now to put the plastic wrap on top of this. It's open, come on in! Sorry, I'd come out, but I'm in the middle of preparing this dish, and it's super fiddly.
That's okay, Sefchi. And Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you too, Monica. She sniffs the air.
Smells promising so far.
I chuckle. So far being the operative words there.
I'm sure you'll be fine. What kind of dishes can you make?
Teriyaki salmon, which is what I made today, along with veggie stir-fry, also dumplings. Not together, of course.
Obviously.
Would you mind getting that? She obliges and heads to the front door. 2 pairs of footsteps make their way toward the kitchen, and a familiar red bow suddenly appears in the doorway.
Hi, guys! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you too, Sayori! Phew. Well, that's this portion of food sorted. Now to put the salmon and some stir-fry into this container so I'm free to concentrate on the next batch of food.
If this tastes as good as it smells, then I think we'll all be in for a real treat. Could I have read that line any worse than that?
I'm glad you think so. Sorry this isn't particularly Christmassy. So this is what you're making, huh?
Ah!
Natsuki, when did you get here? I didn't hear the doorbell ring. Someone left it open.
Oops, sorry.
Typical. The heat's on, damn it! Much like Monica, Natsuki also pauses to sniff the air. Not bad, not bad. You've got a long way to go until you're on my level, though. We'll see. Well, make sure you don't screw it up. I'll do my best. The doorbell rings, and both Sayori and Natsuki slink out of the room to answer it. That must be Yuri. And that's everything done. Time to take it out into the living room. Hey, Yuri! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you too, Sefchi. She glances over at the dishes I've just carried over to the table. My, it seems like your cooking skills have improved quite a bit. I have you to thank for that. Although I was tempted to get some takeout, I mean. I'm glad I took a chance and tried to cook a Christmas meal. Either way, thanks for teaching me. I didn't even dream about making this sort of stuff before I met you. Oh, no, you're just a quick learner, that's all. If you say so. We're at that mark of the stream where I'm just like, I've been talking for a really long time with no breaks, and my brain's getting kind of mushy. Anyway, everything's ready, so right on cue, the other girls wander over.
Okay, everyone, let's set the table together. I'm sure we're all as eager as I am to dig in.
Isn't this my house? Why are you taking the lead?
Yep.
Uh-huh. That makes 4 of us. Take a break then. No! Never! It wouldn't do much. Once mush brain is mush brain, you can't change it. Not with me, at least. Well, here's the moment of truth. Dig in, guys. There's plenty to spare, too. I wait with slight anticipation as the girls start serving themselves. This is the first time I've made food for multiple people, so I've got absolutely no idea what to expect the reaction to be.
Sefchi,
Yeah?
tastes like shit. This is awful. I think I'm gonna.
Something about her saying it so bluntly is really funny to me.
Yeah, this really fucking sucks, man.
Oh, please don't tell me I messed it up. She swallows loudly and grins at me.
This is really good. I'm not really big on fish, but the salmon is so tasty.
Yeah, she's right, Sefchi. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't think he was a chef when you first joined.
I guess you did alright, yeah. Well, she says that, but she's practically inhaling her food. We know too much. So far, 3 out of 4. But the one I'm most anxious to hear from... Yuri? Her eyes are closed, and she's slowly chewing the food. We all turn towards her, and upon her realizing this, she goes bright red and turns away. Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot. This is excellent. Eating here like this reminds me of past Christmases that I spent with my family. Yeah, I know how you feel. This is the first Christmas I've spent without either of my parents. So I'm really glad that you guys are all here. I'd be really lonely otherwise.
Oh, that's what we're here for, Sefchi. I love it when we all meet up after school. We always have so much fun.
Yeah, Halloween was really fun. Remember Halloween that we totally didn't skip over? Good times. It was hilarious seeing how much of a chicken Sayori and Sefchi are. Hey! I am still convinced that I heard footsteps and that creepy voice.
Who knows? Maybe that Shinto spirit is still roaming that classroom looking for its next unlucky victims.
Monica! It's Christmas, not Halloween. Can we not talk about that sort of stuff here?
Sorry, Sayori.
Monica turns to me.
So, Sefchi, when did you learn how to cook? You said Yuri helped you, right?
Yeah, she taught me the basic stuff a few months ago, and the rest of it has just been practice through trial and error. Given how I was... Beep, 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 beep. My brain just dead right there. It's so hard. Given how I was able to pick it up, maybe you should ask her for advice as well, Sayori. If I remember correctly, aren't you still a junk food connoisseur?
Hey, so are you.
Can't deny that, but still. I'd be happy to teach you how to cook some basic meals, Sayori.
Yeah, maybe.
So long as we have a spare fire extinguisher and I'm around, we should be fine.
Hey!
Everyone laughs, well, everyone except Sayori, who sports a petulant-looking pout. Hey, I'm just messing around. I'm just messing, Sayori. I reach out and affectionately tousle her hair. After a few more minutes, everyone finishes eating their food. Is the volume okay, by the way? Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Maybe like a little too quiet, just like that much more. Okay. After a few more minutes, everyone finishes eating their food. It looks like it's time for the main event. Anyway, guys, now that everyone's eaten, we can move on to the part you've all been waiting for. Who made you a game show host? Here on, let me read that last line then. Now that everyone's eaten, we can move on to the part you've all been waiting for. Who made you a game show host?
Yeah, I like it. Makes today exciting.
You're referring to the presents, I assume? You bet I am!
Hang on, Sefchi. Sefchi, would you like to help us put... Hang on, Sefchi, would you like some help putting the dishes away?
Nah, it's fine. I'll get them later.
Are you sure?
It's no bother. Positive. Come on, guys. This should be a lot of fun. After briefly heading upstairs to grab Yuri's present, I speed back downstairs and straight into the living room. It looks like everyone else is already here.
Okay, guys. Everyone is here, so let's begin.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what everyone got each other. I'm bouncing with joy.
So, who's going first?
I will.
Sayori pulls out a package and hands it towards Monica.
Ah, from our very own Vice President. Let's see what you got me.
A smile illuminates her features as she unwraps the presents. Inside lies a smart-looking diary combined with a stylish-looking pen.
You're always writing stuff down and organizing things, so I thought this would be really useful. Do you like it?
Of course I do, Sayori. Thank you. This is really thoughtful.
The two girls share a wide smile as they stand one on top of the other right in front of me. I mean, as they embrace. I must BRB again, and I don't know if I'll be back before stream ends. Sorry, but have fun. Alright, thanks, Ray, for hanging out for as long as you did, though. It's been like almost 2 hours, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be over after the Christmas party. Because that's when Act 3 starts. Well, we're off to a wholesome start.
I don't know if you knew, but my last part is pretty much full, so your timing couldn't be any better. Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
I suppose it's my turn now, so here you are, Natsuki.
She hands a small wrapped box over to the small pink-haired girl. With a look of anticipation and surprise on her face, Natsuki moves the box to the table. Jeez, this is pretty heavy. What is it?
That would be telling, wouldn't it? I'll hope I didn't find out.
Natsuki hastily obliges, and the look on her face goes from anticipation to shock. For a moment there, she just sits there, staring at the newly unwrapped gift. From what I can tell, it's a mixer, the kind used for baking. This looks super expensive. Her voice has dropped to a whisper.
Don't mention it. You mentioned a while back that your old one broke, so it seemed like something that would be useful.
But this one in particular is like the newest models. How could you... I mean, it's really expensive, so...
Like I said, don't worry about it. It wasn't an issue in the slightest. Although the next time we have a club meeting, I'm expecting a ton of cupcakes.
Monica winks at her. Jeez, thank you, Monica. I think this is the softest I've ever heard Natsuki's voice. It should be a piece of cake with this mixer, so I can definitely make loads for everyone.
That's what I want to hear.
Anyway, this is for you, Sayori. She reaches behind her and pulls out a small wrapped box. Next to Yuri's, I'm looking forward to seeing Sayori's reaction the most. Sayori's eyes light up as she takes the box from Natsuki's hands. Her acceptability for receiving presents hasn't changed at all since she was a child.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
And before Natsuki can even say anything, Sayori pulls off the wrapping paper.
Oh! A new bow! I love the color! Thank you, 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 thank you!
I feel like we've made that joke at least once every playthrough. I don't think that line has changed at all in between any of them. No prop. Sayori lurches over and attempts to give Natsuki a hug, although upon contact, the younger girl flinches away, pushing Sayori away from her. You know I don't like hugs, Sayori!
Oh, then sorry. Just got a bit carried away there.
Anyway, check what's on the bow. Sayori obliges and brings the bow up to eye level.
Oh, there's something written here. Happy... totes.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts! That says happy thoughts.
Yeah, I remember a couple of times over the past few months when you seemed kind of down, so I thought I'd use one of the lines in your poem to remind you to smile more. Things don't seem right when you act all weird, so I hope this is a good reminder.
Thank you.
She looks around the room.
I didn't mean to make you all worry.
Oh, thank God they addressed it. Hey, we all have our days, Sayori. If anything comes up, feel free to talk to us. She nods her head, cradling the bow close to her chest.
Hang on a second. By process of elimination, it looks like Yuri and Sepchi got each other.
Monica looks between Yuri and I with a knowing smirk on her face.
That turned out to be rather convenient for you two, didn't it?
Yes, it appears that we did. What are the chances? Anyway, here you go, Yuri. With slight anticipation, I give Yuri my presents. She extends her hand out and hands me mine, causing us to unwrap our presents at the same time. I hope that sounded like wrapping paper. That's what I intended for. Is this what I think it is? Was that Yuri or me? It's a tea set, complete with a kettle. A very Yuri present for sure. Yes, it's a tea set. I thought you would like it, especially when we read together. Plus, it comes with a few different types of tea, so I thought you could experiment a little. Yuri, this is really thoughtful, and I'd love to try out new flavors with you. So, yeah, once again, thank you. Yuri looks thoroughly relieved. Looks like she's not used to giving her presents to other people. Anyway, what do you make of my gift? Oh, sorry, I was just... My, Sefchi. This is gorgeous!
What is it?
Looks like a teapot. A really fancy one, mind you.
Yep, that's precisely what it is. I was going to go with a book at first, but I didn't know which books you already had, so that was a risk I didn't want to take. So I thought, well, let's think outside the box a little, you know? I thought the design in this teapot was really nice and intricate, and it kind of reminded me of you. Okay, that sounded a lot less romantic in my head, and with everyone else listening too. Anyway, I know you like tea, so I thought this would be a safe bet. That's very thoughtful of you, Sefchi. Not only is the design wonderful, but you clearly had my interest in mind when you bought it. She's quiet for a moment or two. The other girls look around at each other. No one is quite sure what to say. Well, I'm glad you like it, Yuri. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Sefchi. My voice cracked really hard there. To my surprise, she scoots closer towards me and tentatively wraps her arms around me. Ooh! Choo-choo! The motion surprises me at first, but I quickly lean back into a touch, enveloping my arms around her as well. A pleasant sense of mint and lavender fills my nose, and I'm surprised by the comfortable warmth Yuri's touch radiates. For a moment, I'm lost in her embrace. A strong, strangely familiar feeling wrests its way out of my heart and courses through my entire body. It makes me forget that there are other people here in the room. An awkward throat clearing pulls me away from Yuri.
So, what's next?
Truth be told, I didn't really plan this far ahead. I thought everyone would want to go home after exchanging presents, but if you guys want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. I've got some board games we could play.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
They better not be boring, but they're like fucking board games, so I'm willing to bet they are. How about this? I pull out a box, one illustrated by an image of a large brain. Sayori immediately brightens up.
Ooh, we haven't played this in a while.
Cranium?
I feel like I have that game. Do I have that lying around somewhere? I might have given it to my sister. Hang on. Yeah, I do totally have that game. I have like a really old version of it though. Yeah. Cool. I could probably just put that on stream for everyone. 1 second. What's my other? It's DS. Cranium. That's Kadu. That's different. Cranium. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Back to the PC. That's Cranium in a nutshell, kiddos. We need to close this tab. Boop. We were good. Okay.
Cranium? Given the variety of talent in the room, I reckon that'll be a great pick.
What's this? I've never tried it before. Me neither. Don't worry. The basics are pretty simple to pick up. I'm confident you'll pick up everything pretty quickly. Even you, Natsuki. What do you mean?
Anyway, let's start, guys.
Chuckling at the irate look on Natsuki's face, I pull a small table towards me and set the board down, along with all of the playing cards. It's pretty straightforward, guys. See this dice? Roll it, and you'll land on the colored square. Whenever you land on a square, you'll have to draw a card and complete the activity written on it. The activities are split by color. So the blue represents drawing or sculpting with this clay, and the green is where you have to perform something. Perform? Don't worry, it's nothing too crazy. Like this one. I take a quick look at a green card. You just have to partner with someone, hum the song, and they've got 60 seconds to I guess. My brain will work someday. I swear it. You just have to partner with someone, hum the song, and they've got 60 seconds to guess it. And don't worry, there are some word-based ones, so you're in luck.
Yeah, this board game is super fun, guys. There's something for everyone.
This actually looks kind of cool. I told you. Let's start. As I was hoping, the game is proving to be a big hit. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, meaning no one has a distinct advantage. It's fairly even so far, and everyone's enjoying it. It's currently Yuri's turn. She throws the dice, which lands in the color yellow. Wordworm again. Lucky you, eh? Okay, here's your challenge. I lean forward and take a yellow card from the box. I'm going to give you a word, and you have 40 seconds to spell it. That should hopefully be enough time. Aha! But here's the catch. You've got to spell it backwards. And on your first try. Well, this certainly ups the ante, doesn't it? I can spell, I swear. She takes a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready. What's my word? With my hand ready to flip over the small timer, I read the word aloud. Pavlovian.
Oh, that's hard.
Immediately, Yuri's face stops with a look of intense concentration. N-A-I? Yep, keep going. V... She looks at the clock. About 10 seconds have already ticked by. O-L... Doing well. V... More seconds tick by. Looks like about 30 seconds have gone. P-A. A-P.
Yay, that's right! You're so smart, Yuri!
How'd you know how to spell that, Sayori? Jeez, not gonna lie, that's not half bad. You're too kind. I simply had an essay word. I simply had an easy word, that's all.
Have some pride in yourself, Yuri. You did well.
Anyway, you passed, so you get the roll again. I just hope I don't get a green. The look on her face when she indeed lands on a green is priceless. Duh!
Oh, hang on. I've got it. Tennis elbow.
Yes! Her eyes fly open right as the timer runs out of sand. Natsuki's blue activity involved her drawing a phrase, but the catch was that she had to do it with her eyes closed. Personally, I was a little dubious over her picking Sayori as the teammate who had the guess, but hey, she got there in the end. Look at that elbow! Looks like a floppy strand of spaghetti. Pfft, as if you draw even with your eyes open. Yeah, whatever you say, spaghetti arms.
Hey, Natsuki, why don't you roll again?
Ah, Sayori, always tactical at the best of moments. Seriously? Red again?
Not much of a fan of the data head questions, huh?
I would be if they were actually answerable. I mean, who would believe that Theodore Roosevelt named his son Kermit? Is that true? Theodore Roosevelt. Kermit Roosevelt. Oh my god, it's real. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold everything. Hold up. Kermit Roosevelt, MC, October 10th, 1889 to June 4th, 1943. Let me just mark this real fast. Was an American businessman, soldier, explorer, and writer. The son of Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, Kermit was a graduate of Harvard College, served in both World Wars, in World War I with both the British and American armies, and explored 2 continents with his father. He fought a lifelong battle with depression and committed suicide while serving in the U.S. Army in Alaska during World War II. Okay, well, it's not funny anymore. Now it's just depressing. But still very interesting, though. I'm shocked if that's true. All right, anyway, music back. Let's get back to the game. I mean, who would believe that Theodore Roosevelt named his son Kermit? Miss Piggy? Sayori and Monica laugh as Natsuki scoffs. Your New Year's resolution should be to get a better sense of humor. I don't know, it looks like it's working fine so far. I gesture to the 2 laughing girls. Whatever, just give me my card.
Here you go.
Well, this one is multiple choice at least.
What's it say?
In the legal field, what does perjury mean? I don't even know what that means. Deliberately not turning up to court, deliberately telling a lie under oath, or attempting to bribe a judge or jury. Monica knows the answer. Sayori is stumped. Just really stumped. How the hell am I meant to know this?
Aren't there any animes out there that involve trials or something?
Why would I want to watch that? That sounds really boring. Ace Attorney, thank you. God. Ignorant. Anyway, sheesh, I don't know.
Well, you've got 10 seconds to make a decision, so just take a guess.
C. She flips the card over. B? Come on, who know that? I did. Oh, big surprise that is.
Don't worry, I didn't know either.
Toot toots. You guys really didn't brush up on your Latin.
Yeah, because we're really living in the Middle Ages, aren't we? Grumbling, Natsuki sets a card back at the back of the pack. After a while, the game eventually winds down to a close. It's definitely come down to the wire between Monika and Yuri. Monika's musical abilities had proven to be very useful in the star performer category, where the user had to hum or sing a tune and get others to guess. Yuri, on the other hand, excelled at the word-based activities. She rarely got one of them wrong. After a tense final round, Yuri eventually pulls through and is declared the winner. Wish we could have seen that, but okay, whatever. Even though Natsuki, Sayori, and I didn't really have much of a chance of winning, it was still enjoyable to play and watch the showdown between Monika and Yuri. That was close, Monika.
It certainly was. Well played, Yuri.
Despite being a loser, Monika accepted her defeat gracefully. Sportsmanship at its finest.
I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun. We should definitely play this more often.
Yeah, hearing you frantically hum those tunes was really funny.
And you guys all had the honor of seeing my awesome drawings. I stretch and yawn. And hearing a satisfying click from my joints as I do so. Time really has flown. The return of the yawn. The tiny yawn. My fingers are getting cold, so it's getting hard to type. I'm gonna turn my heater up.
My fingies are getting cold, guys.
Yeah, anytime you guys want to play, just give me a buzz. It's been a really fun Christmas. I'm gonna try that line over again because that was bad. Yeah, anytime you guys want to play, just give me a buzz. It's been a really fun Christmas. There's a general murmur of agreement as we all start cleaning up. Thankfully, there aren't too many pieces, so the task is relatively straightforward.
You know, Sefchi, you kind of remind me of Yuri.
Huh? Okay, for a second there I thought the music went silent. What do you mean? You guys both have a really deep look in your eyes when you start focusing on stuff. It looks a bit weird, but it suits you. I do? Monika nods.
I noticed it as well. Don't worry, it's not a bad thing. Although it is rather uncanny seeing such a deep look on someone that isn't Yuri. It's something I've grown to associate with only her.
With everyone's attention on me, I'm not really sure how to respond. It's true that I've been spending time with Yuri as of late, so maybe... Well, I think he looks endearing when he looks like that. Wow! Everyone's just like, oh, get a room! Well, duh, of course you think that. You two are pretty much together, like, all the time now. Well, this conversation is taking a fast detour in the hot water.
Speaking of which, I'm curious, are you two for shit going out?
Wah! Just coming right out and saying it, huh? Monika! The intense blush in Yuri's face mirrors my own feelings. Why did Monika have to put us in the spot like that? We aren't... Both of our faces are practically on fire. Well, it's true we aren't boyfriend and girlfriends. I definitely wouldn't mind if we were.
Don't worry about it. I was just teasing you. Anyway, I think everything is packed away, so I'm going to have to get going. It's late after all. Thank you again for the gift, Sayori.
Oh, you're welcome, Monika. I should probably get going as well, too.
Yeah, same.
See you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, see ya. They all look curiously at Yuri.
Sticking around for a bit, Yuri?
Huh? Yes, I wanted a cup of tea, if that's okay. She looks imploringly at me. Yeah, that's cool. I'll put the board game away, so feel free to make yourself at home in the kitchen. The other three girls depart, leaving an awkward silence between Yuri and I. It's at least it's cut short by her excusing herself. My arm is falling asleep. Oh, is this when the magic happens? After carefully checking that everything is in its rightful place, I slot the board game back into its position in the cupboard. Hey, Yuri, don't worry about that stuff. She'd taken the plates and was in the process of washing them up as I entered the kitchen. Oh, no, you were kind enough to serve us, so this is the least I can do. Are you sure? I'm the host, so I shouldn't really be making you do this. It's really no bother. Well, if you insist. Still, you've got to let me help, okay? She nods as I roll up my sleeves and pull on some rubber gloves. We wash dishes together, slowly inching closer until our shoulders are practically touching. A comfortable silence descends upon us, a silence that I'm surprised Yuri breaks first. It feels strange, spending Christmas with people other than my family. First time? She nods slowly. Parents not around for Christmas this year? You could say that, yes. My mother would usually make teriyaki salmon and turkey, and then we'd follow it through with cake. Vanilla or milk chocolate was always my family's firm favorite. Oh shoot, I should have gotten dessert! I knew I forgot something! Sorry, Yuri, totally slipped my mind. She smiles softly. Please don't worry about it, SFG. The fact that you've cooked for me and everyone else today was more than I could have asked for. Ah, well, I'm glad to hear that. I had no idea how the food would turn out, so this is reassuring to hear. That's not human stock. Good thing I had a teacher, right? I playfully nudged her with my elbow, causing her to blush. It was nothing. Her blush remains as we carry on washing the dishes in silence. Hey, Sefchi? Yeah? I don't know how to put this, so I apologize if it sounds out of the blue. Is she going to say it? Is she going to say it? Is this it? Is this the one part where she confesses? But I really enjoy spending time with you. The soft, vulnerable way she says it catches me off guard. I enjoy spending time with you too, Yuri. The last of the dishes have been cleaned, but we don't move apart. If anything, we grow a little closer. By the way, yes? What exactly are we? What do you mean? You know, when we were cleaning up just now with the others, they asked us if we were, well, oh my god, asking her directly is proving to be exceptionally difficult. I don't know. I've never felt this way about someone before. Yeah, me neither. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this so awkward. She laughs softly. At this proximity, I can feel her warm breath on my face. It sends a shiver down my spine, but not the unpleasant kind. No, you don't need to apologize. It's a valid question. I guess I just don't know how to answer it. At this point, my heart is positively thumping out of my chest. Is this really happening? With Yuri? I guess we don't need all of the answers now. After all, I like what we have right now. I do too. We both turn towards each other, causing me to drown in her eyes. Those deep pools of violets, so mysterious, so enticing. The scent of lavender and jasmine oil permeates my nose, filling it with a sense as pleasant as the sight in front of me. Tentatively, I find myself reaching out to gently stroke her cheek and brush a lock of hair out of her face. She closes her eyes briefly and exhales into my fingers. This just feels so right. We come closer and closer to each other as every nerve burns with anticipation. I can almost feel her lips on my... Oh, what's the noise? Damn it! Every time! We break apart, the moment all but gone. Who is it? I forgot my present, sorry! Irritation floods through my body. Why couldn't you have just been more careful, Sayori? Sayori pops into the kitchen, and judging by the look of surprise on her face, she definitely didn't expect this. With a start, I realize Yuri and I still have our arms around each other, and as I take my arms off her waist, she quickly removes hers from my shoulder. Sayori's expression dims with what looks like sadness? It's replaced in a flash, though. Did I just imagine it?
Sorry, guys. I found it!
She picks up the bow from the kitchen counter. Why it was there is beyond me.
By the way, Yuri, do you want to walk home with me?
Oh, Sayori! Damn it! Why are you gatekeeping me? Yuri quickly looks at me. It's almost pleading. The moment is gone, though, so I bitchily nod. Oh, sure. Damn it, Sayori! This close. This close. This close to having something. I feel like getting with Yuri is going to be a lot harder. it's gonna take a lot longer to be officially an item. Then again, though, based on how other acts have gone, it'll probably start up like right near the beginning of Act 3. So, who knows? After carefully scooping up the teapots, she heads to the hallway. Sayori is already lingering outside. Sorry. It's okay, Yuri. It's not your fault. Sayori. Besides, we can just hang out on New Year's Eve, right? Yes. I mean, yes, of course. I like that. I can't help but smile to myself. Even though we were on the verge of kissing, she's still self-conscious about how eager she is to want to spend time with me. We'll make it happen, don't worry. With one last quick hug, she follows Sayori out, leaving me to process what just happened. Oh my god, what the hell just happened? It might sound cheesy, but true happiness at Christmas doesn't come from material things, does it? Nice. And this should be Act 3? Act 3? Act 3? Act 3? What? What the fuck? I was for sure that Act 3 was coming right after that. What do I want to do? What do we want to do? Decisions. Do I want to continue? Or do I want to leave it there in the cliffhanger? I think the cliffhanger's appropriate here, actually, so we're gonna do just that. We almost did it. Oh god, the game is not closing. I think the game had an error. Let me just Alt F4 that real fast. It's not letting me. That's a bad sign. Stop the game, please. It's like, the game is like not closing. I'm gonna have to, oh, not that. What is it again? This? No. There we go, Task Manager. I was trying to remember how to open Task Manager. Where's, oh, it finally closed. Okay, we're good. I don't know why it took so long to close. Maybe we needed like another second to save or something. That was weird. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today's stream, guys. That was eventful. That was something. Though I am a little peeved that we did not. That once again, Sayori gatekeeped us. I mean, maybe not once again. Maybe that doesn't happen in any other route. Nope. Anyway. Yeah. So as per usual, tomorrow we will be continuing this. Right at 12, not at 12:05 this time, just right at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Eastern. That is. So if you want to see what happens next, pop in there. I am pretty sure if we didn't get to Act 3 after Christmas, then after the scene we're on right now, it'll be Act 3. So we'll be in Act 3 tomorrow, regardless of what happens. But yeah, this is wild. I'm a little concerned that Yuri went stir crazy on us during the scene earlier today. That's kind of scary. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. I assume that Yuri was a yandere only because Monica fucked with her in the base game and not because she's just a yandere. But anyway, we're done here for today. No new follows or anything, so let's just find someone to host. Someone to send you guys to. Jessica, screw it. Why not? I'll send you guys to Jessica. Okay. That's been Blue Skies for today's guy. Wow, my brain's dead. I might need a break after this. That's been Blue Skies for today, guys. Thank you for coming by. Follow if you're not following already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel to catch the VODs in case you missed them. Unfortunately, the VOD, because of the way YouTube affiliate rules work, and how Twitch has exclusivity, the VOD, I can't put up the VOD now I have to wait 24 hours. So unfortunately, the VOD won't be up by the time we're moving on to the next stream. But hopefully, it won't matter too much. And of course, I always like summarize all the important stuff before the stream starts. Beginning of every Blue Sky stream, so it's not too bad. Hopefully, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I still know how to do outros. I still can't say goodbye. It's Jessica. Bye, everybody.